Hey friends, it's Annie. This video is about how to make a stripped down landing page in SquareSpace. If you're looking for eBay and reselling content, please fear not, it shall be back quite soon. Just skip this one if it doesn't apply. Okay, thanks. Now moving on. So the first thing you're going to do is log into the back end of your SquareSpace, and you'll see this menu here. You want to go into website, and the first thing we're going to do is make a not linked page. That's because it's not going to be in your main navigation if you happen to have one. It's going to be just a page that only you know about, or anyone you give the URL to knows about. So click plus, then choose blank page. You can name it whatever you want, but it's probably best to keep it simple, like landing or whatever is relevant. And there we go. This is what you get. You get some space to design. You get your header and your footer. Your header might have a menu with it if you normally have a menu on your page. I don't happen to on this site because it's basically a one-page site. So you're just seeing what my standard page layout is, plus a big empty space. Here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to go to edit, and we're going to add a section. We're going to add a blank section. Now, in this section, we're going to add a block. First, we're going to put a text block, and you can grab this and position it where you want. That blinking line means it's the center, so let's center it and write something like whatever you want. Sign up here. You can make this lots of words. You can just style it, do whatever you want. Or we'll just say sign up here, and maybe we will center it or something. And there you go. Now we're going to add the sign up form. So in your section, again, say add block, and this time we're going to choose a form. And you get their default form, which has all kinds of stuff in it, but don't worry about that. Double click on it, and you get this menu. It gives you an arbitrary name for your form. You can keep this. This is so you can refer to it in other places. You could also change it if you want. The first thing we'll do is go into edit form fields, and because all we're collecting here is email, we're going to go into name and say delete. We're going to go into subject and say delete. We're going to go into message and say delete. And then in email, we're going to say, we can keep it required, but we're going to say they don't have to click the box to sign up for your emails. And then we go back and back again. And for the submit button text, you can change that to whatever you want. And that's it for this part. If you want to choose to send people to a specific page after they submit, you can do that here, or you can just give them a message in line. So that's done. And now we're going to pick this up and close it so it's smaller, and then we're going to move it under sign up here. We can do a little bit of styling. We could center this in the box. If you want, you can play around with this stuff if you want and try, do this, like, it will style things differently based on the defaults of your website styles, but whatever. Okay, we'll choose this one. And this is basically it for our form design. Now you can go and put a background on the section, which is the bigger block, the bigger unit that contains these blocks here is called a section. So go into edit section, and we could add a picture for the background, or a video, or this cheesy art option they have. But we're going to just choose an image. So click in here. You can use something you have on your computer, something that you've already uploaded, or they give you access to some stock images. So, you know, choose something relevant to what you're signing up for. Let's see. And also won't compete with the sign up form. So it's loading. One moment, please. Here we go. So this is pretty much the whole thing. This little ... here is because I have LastPass installed and it's recognizing this as a form. That won't be there on yours unless you also have LastPass installed. Now, you could just leave it like this. Again, you probably have a menu up here and you may have a footer with stuff in it down here. This is the basic version and it's probably fine. If you want to go crazy and get rid of the header and footer on just this page, I will now show you how to do that. So first we'll save and then we will exit. So we're still in our pages menu. Scroll all the way down to website tools and we're going to do custom CSS. Okay, so your box here is probably empty unless you've written some custom CSS. So don't mind the stuff I have in here, just ignore that. It's not important. The first thing that we're going to do is we need to find out what the code is for this particular page because we want to hide the header and footer just on this page, not on the rest of your site. So what we're going to do is go to your site on the actual internet and type in that name you gave the page. So your site name / landing or whatever you called it. And you should see your page. And it's going to have the header and footer. So the next thing we do is we go to View, Developer, Inspect Elements. And you should get a window something like this. If you're in a different browser, I'm in Chrome, but if you're in Safari, it will be similar. If you are in Firefox, it will be similar. Any browser, it should be similar. You go to Inspect in the developer tools. So what we need to do is we need to find out the specific name in code for just this page so we can target it. And you might be up at the top of this page where it says doctype HTML. What you need to do is scroll down until you find where it says body ID. See that here? Body ID. And this is what we want. There should only be one of these on the page, so don't worry about where it is or if other of these little thingies are open and it's further away. There should only be one body ID. And the thing after it that says collection dash blah 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 is what we want. So it might take you a couple clicks to be able to select that properly, but click around until you get just that in between the quotes. Don't grab the quotes, just copy that. And then we're going to go back over to SquareSpace. So in SquareSpace, in website tools, in custom CSS, in your blank space at the top, paste that in. And now put a hashtag sign before it. That is now targeting just that page. So it should be hashtag, no space, collection dash whatever. It will be different for your page than it is for mine. And then you want to type something that's going to be the same for everyone. And it doesn't matter in this kind of code if you have an extra space or a line break or whatever. You can space this out so that it makes you happy visually. So you want to type a period and then type header hyphen announcement hyphen bar hyphen wrapper. I know it's weird, just type that, header announcement bar wrapper. with a period in front of it, hyphens in between, and no space between any of it. Then you can do a space, do an open bracket, and write display colon space none semicolon, and then close the bracket. It'll probably do it for you. That should make your header go away, and it should happen in real time in SquareSpace. And look, it's gone. Now you can hit save if you like, or you can continue on and add the code to also hide the footer. So if you want to do that, you can do comma, copy this whole collection blah blah, put that in again, and then just the word footer, and it's gone. And that's it to hide the header and the footer. Personally, on my site, I don't know if it looks better or worse to have the footer there. It doesn't really matter. So hit save, and we're going to go back to our normal world of editing the page here in Pages. And what you can do is make this block as big as you want, so that the issue of the footer becomes kind of obviated, so that only people who happen to have their window open really big are going to see it anyway. So you use this to adjust the size of the block, and it will kind of depend on your picture, but there you go. Now you can hit save, and you can also go to see what this is going to look like on mobile by clicking here. All right, that's reasonable enough. What I really care about is that this is at the top of the page. I don't really care about this photo. It's just a background. If your photo is sort of more integral to the whole experience, you can edit the section and go to the background, and you can change where the focal point is so that it looks a little better, or not. And of course, on either of these views, desktop or mobile, you could add text underneath. You could do whatever you want. Keep it as simple as you can for this purpose, but if you wanted to write something down here or whatever, you could just add more blocks. And that's about it. You hit exit, and this is now a page on your site. It will be your site / whatever you named it. If you want to look in here, this is actually the real URL for your page, so it's your site / whatever is here. By default, it will be the same thing you typed, but you could change it if you want. If you want your page to have the URL banana, you could do that, and now your URL is going to be your site / banana when you give it to people. But you know, whatever, you can do as you wish. Make sure your page is enabled. It will be by default, and that's about it. All right, good luck. Have fun. Hope you get a lot of signups. Bye.